Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Inspiration Report, brought to you by Brainstorm in a Box. Lee and Sean will be with you momentarily. We're getting everything ready. We're just going to run through some things really quick first, and that is how I'm going to... Hey, there we are. What's up, fellas? How's it going? Don't forget to unmute. Don't forget to unmute.
Happy first Friday, everybody.
Yeah, how's it going, Sean? How's it going, Jose?
Good to see you guys.
You guys ready?
Good to see you guys.
Ready for another good time here? Looks like we got some good stuff in the report. Sean, we had a lot of submissions from a lot of our great audience, right?
Oh my gosh, we had so many submissions. We could only use a fraction of them, but we love it. Please keep sending them, because even if we don't use them this month, we might extend them and use them in the future too. But we love that you're sending stuff. It's great.
Yeah, super cool. Jose, how about you? How you doing, man?
All good. It's a bit cold here in Germany, but it's getting better.
Yeah, is it? Are you? I forget what time zone you're in now because of the whole time change. So are you 4 hours or 5 hours ahead of us?
Now I'm 5 hours.
Oh, so it's beer 30 almost. Woo!
Yes, it is.
Excellent.
I'm just having some technical difficulties.
Yeah, I see that. That's really interesting.
Well, it is Germany. That's okay.
All right. Well, that'll be a good thing for us to kind of fade to. We'll go back to the presentation, and we will talk about some rules. You guys probably know these rules. They're very similar to the ones if you ever come to any of our live sessions. First... yes,
They're more
sir.
like guidelines.
They're merely guidelines. Yes, right. Exactly, Sean. So the first one is being positive and open-minded, right? Lots of negative stuff happening in the world, but we want to keep this positive because there is some brain science behind positivity, making connections, and creativity. So let's keep the conversation positive. Let's keep it on the up and up. And speaking of conversation, let's share the air. Sean, what do I mean by share the air?
Share the air means, yes, we'd love to hear from you, but we want to hear from everyone, right? So please be active in the chat if you're signed in with a Twitter account, and let some other people chat too, and let's all chat together.
Exactly. And of course, we want you to build and yes and, especially if you've had an encounter with something that we present today. We are not the keepers of this content. We curate it, and if you have experience of it, please let us know how it was. Or we also, if there's a yes and or inspires you in another way, let's go ahead and share those yes and so we can inspire everybody. That's the reason that we do this report, is to give you some inspiration to make those connections and really get really inspired. Next one is pay it forward. We have a link tree that we will share with you at the end of the presentation, and we want you to send it on. We want you to send it on to anybody who you think would be inspired, and then we want you to also invite them to join us every first Friday. And of course, Sean, the last one.
Oh, please, let's have a miserable time, and yes, let's have fun, right? Let's have fun with this.
Exactly.
I think the biggest thing too is this is all about freshness, right? You can only recall the things that you actually go out and make an effort to see or read or taste, right? Or drive to. So we want you to see more stuff, because that's where your next ideas are going to be inspired from.
Exactly. So tell us a little bit about this next page.
Oh, technical difficulties. They never happen. Of course they happen. So just hang in there with us. We aren't quite in our parents' basement, but we're maybe a couple steps closer above that. But if something happens, just hang in and we'll get it corrected.
Yeah, man. And we are not by any means professional broadcasters. We are your average streamer. You can compare us to probably a teenage kid that's playing Minecraft and streaming on Twitch playing Minecraft. Right, Sean? I mean, that's kind of like a really similar thing here. And it's great, things like Twitch and OBS have like empowered the people to just do their own broadcasting. We actually have a great piece of box content that we're going to show you that kind of talks a little bit about that today too. Okay, so the next thing is we want to talk a little bit about... let's just talk a little bit about, about supporting our channel.
There we go.
Yes, here it is. We really appreciate you guys being here, and we really love doing this. But just so you know, we do not get paid for this, and we don't want to get paid, but we would love your support. And so we wanted to talk a little bit about a couple ways that you can support us. And again, we really, really appreciate it, and we will go through as you can support us by making sure that you're logged into Twitch and making sure that you're actually following this channel. That is a really great help for us. It helps kind of build our credibility. The next is subscribing to this channel. Now, if you are an Amazon Prime member, Amazon actually owns Twitch, so you can subscribe for free, absolutely free, by using your Amazon Prime and combining your accounts there. So if you would like to do that, great. If you're feeling a little bit more adventurous, you can actually pay for a subscription, or you can actually gift subscriptions to any of our subscribers here. Please feel free to do that should the mood strike you. You can cheer us by using the Twitch currency. They're called bits. Again, you kind of log in and pay for them through your Amazon account as well. That's a great way to support us. Any funds that we receive go into the stream, goes into making the equipment better, to making sure we pay for our royalty-free music that we use, to making sure we pay for our subscription services. So please, please, please know that anything that you send is definitely added to the stream. You can donate through PayPal using PayPal or hitting the donate button on my Twitch page, or you can use the !tip command to directly donate. So thank you very much for that. And of course, we really want you to tell your friends about this stream. Sharing
tell
our
your
posts.
Friends. Tell everyone.
Yes, and Sean is really good about posting on LinkedIn, usually the first part of the week. So if you see that post on LinkedIn or on Facebook, please, please, please share it with everybody. Anybody is invited. We really want to expand our community here, and we love the fact that if you guys love coming to it, please let your friends, your coworkers, your parents, whoever you think needs a little bit of inspiration, please, please, please have them join us. And then, of course, we'd love for you to subscribe to our YouTube page as well. We're still working on 100 followers there, right, Sean? How many are we at right now on our YouTube page?
We're at, I think, 14.
14.
So we really, this is like our NPR fundraising program, right?
Yeah.
This is the point in the show. We would love your support. Go to our YouTube channel. The link is from our link in our Linktree link. And we'd love for you to subscribe, because then that allows us to get rid of the wonky, really long URL, and we get a custom URL.
Exactly. And we are going to actually, we're posting our past videos there, so you'll be able to go there and see our past videos. So today we'll actually upload the video from last month, which I forgot to do. Sorry, Sean. And then we'll also, once we're done with this today, we'll post today's content too. So thank you for supporting us. Apologies for taking so long and talking about this, but I want to make sure everybody knew how they could do that. So we are going to roll right along with the presentation. Let's see if I can get Sean and I back here. Hey, there we are. Magic. Jose, are you still with us, buddy?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay,
good.
Oh, there you are. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, Jose Gutiérrez, who is our chat moderator. Really
Jose!
Hey, everybody!
So as you can see, Jose is right there next to our chat. He will be monitoring stuff. Anything exciting happening there you want to talk about?
No, a lot of people just saying hi, starting this cast. The chat maker, marketer Laura, I think.
Lauren, that's Lauren. Hey, Lauren.
Yeah, so she's liking a comment on YouTube with a question, or at least 4 words to push the algorithm. Even better if you comment on someone you know to extend the convo on YouTube to your show to love to lead.
Nice, exactly. Thank you so much, Lauren. All right, Sean, let's get back to us. Jose, thank you so much. We're going to put you up in the cloud, and we'll bring you back with stuff here. So there goes Jose. And here's Sean. How you doing,
buddy?
Man?
Good.
So excited.
Okay,
so we got some fun things today because yesterday was April Fool's, right? And Sean, do you remember back when we used to do this at Disney? We did this thing called Buzz or Bunk, right? It was just like, is this for real? Is this not for real? So I think that you did this for this session today. So I'm super excited about that. And I think actually the first inspiration we have is and what are you calling it? What was your way of describing it instead of Buzz or Bunk?
Foolin' or foolish.
Nice. Foolin' or foolish. I love it. Okay, so our first foolin' or foolish.
Here we go. IKEA gives directions on how to take their stuff apart.
Oh man, that's
Fool
besides a
foolish.
sledgehammer, which is when you try to move it from room to room. Have you ever tried that, Sean? And think, oh, I can fit this through the door, no problem.
Lee, we literally, so when my wife and I moved from Rhode Island to Orlando, the one piece of furniture that we left in our house was a piece of IKEA furniture that we couldn't take apart. We're like, screw it. The new owners can deal with it.
Ridiculous. I just actually, for the wedding, I had to clear out this daybed that we had in my studio in Canada. And I forgot that I had broken it apart to get it in there. And we tried to just push it out the door. Nope. And we ended up kind of breaking it just a little, but it went back together. I had 2 screws left over, so something might not be all the way right. But all right, tell us a little about this. This is actually true, right?
It is true, yes. And really, it is not foolish. It's brilliant. So in an effort, it's coming from 2 places. One, right, to be more sustainable and have furniture have a longer shelf life, but also from consumer requests for it. IKEA, I believe that this was a test. They posted the directions to take apart 6 different pieces of furniture that they have. And so they made it available that people could download the instructions and then be able to take these pieces apart and be able to move them however they're going to, wherever they're going. It's really, really simple, but
that's awesome.
I mean, I can't believe actually they haven't done it sooner, right? Of course.
Well, yeah, I mean, especially considering the frustration of putting it together. I'll mention my relationship again, Sean, but my relationship was put to the test like right out of the gate. We bought that same daybed I'm talking about, and we actually decided to do it as a project together. And building IKEA furniture is a make or break thing sometimes when it comes to relationships, right? It really kind of exposes like anger management issues and patience issues and things like that. But man, we made it through. It was great. Have you ever actually done that? It's kind of therapeutic too at the same time.
Therapeutic more is breaking it and then not caring and then putting it out with the garbage.
Exactly.
Yeah, with a couple expletives.
Well, especially when you take it apart, and to me, once you take it apart, it doesn't go back together the same.
Oh,
and you're like, something
done.
is missing, right?
Yes. All right.
Good one.
Take
Anybody
us.
have
Take
any
us on.
experiences out there assembling or disassembling IKEA? Let us know in the chat.
Yes. Let us know.
Or IKEA frustration. We will. Let's just see what we got in here. Anything over there, Jose?
No, nothing yet.
All right. Oh, here we go.
Yeah, we have one now. So Lauren says, I've moved 2 desks from IKEA and had to disassemble them to fit them in my Fiat. Wow.
Oh, it's your Fiat. Oh, that Fiat is small too, Lauren. Wow.
Because, that was built to move stuff.
Yeah. Oh, here's Sarah. Hey, Sarah Miller. How are you?
Yeah, we have Sarah's. So putting together my IKEA furniture was more than enough. I'm leaving it when I move. Yeah, well, that's...
You leave it. And Sarah, actually, you put that together yourself, so bravo to you. You didn't have to worry about relationship killing there because you did it yourself, so good for you. All right, and Laura, I see your comment there, and you should do a refresh, and that may help you. Looks like all my stuff is still going good here. Okay, so Sean, let's move on here and let's talk a little bit about. This is a cool one. Do you remember who this came from, Sean?
This was a Sean Brown find.
Oh man, this is so cool. This reminds me about the innovation story that we used to tell in innovation training with the water bottle that made the light. So putting a water bottle in an adobe house, like a half-fill water bottle, and the sunlight would refract on the half-fill water bottle and light the whole house like a 60-watt light bulb. So this is awesome. This is called bettershelter.org. So this goes on to emergency shelters after an emergency, a hurricane or something like that. They're usually designed to only house people in the immediate aftermath of an emergency. But once the disaster has passed and the victims can go home, the tents or prefab units are either shipped elsewhere or disposed of. So now this NGO called Better Shelter said, what if the lack of shelter was the emergency? So their answer is a product they call Structure. It's a shelter built to last, which can be adapted to use actually as a permanent residence. The shelter has a simple frame that be covered with a tarp for use in emergency housing during disaster recovery. After that, it can be once the emergency over, the frame can be covered with materials available locally and converted into more permanent accommodation. So it actually allows residents to quickly rebuild themselves using local techniques, so not having to worry about imported things or other expensive kind of materials available locally. They also support the local purchase of those materials, which create jobs. So the shelters themselves are about €300 per shelter, and which is definitely much less costly than other options.
Yes.
Sean, any details that you want to add?
Well, it just made me, when I saw it, it made me think of Haiti a few years ago, right? And I can't remember if that was the earthquake or the hurricanes, and it was tarps, right? We were sending tarps, which was probably a 2-week, right, short-term fix.
Yeah.
But the thing that's brilliant about this is it's so simple. They're sending a structure, right, and the structure stays.
Yeah.
And just has a long shelf life that can then adapt once they get through the the few weeks of the emergency or weather, and they can expand and grow on it. It's just really smart.
Nice. Yeah, also that guy from the Fire Festival probably could have saved a little face just by having these
Yes.
a day late and a dollar short. It just goes to show you, no bad idea, just bad timing, right?
Right, exactly.
Jose, tell us a little bit about what's going on in the chat.
Yeah, so Diana says, I saw that people are also using recycled tires to fill in holes in roads. And I've also seen people use recycled water bottles to also build homes.
Awesome.
And she used also a lot.
Diana, thank you so much for being here. You're definitely one of the regulars, so we really appreciate it. All right. I use also a lot too. And I also use it at the beginning of a sentence, which is totally, you're not supposed to do that. And I use and so at the beginning of a sentence. So sorry, English majors, I do that. And plus 3 exclamation points, and nobody likes that either. So, all right. So Sean, I love Easter. I love Easter buzz. I love it. I love it. I love it.
Yep.
My friend Gert, you guys all know Gert. She sent me a picture of some peeps that were around a kid that looked like Gulliver's Travels a little bit. Super cute picture. And I know Gert and our friend Jane that used to work at Alliance Marketing back at Disney, they are obsessed with peeps. And I love these eggs. I can't eat them anymore, unfortunately, but man, these are awesome. Tell us about this.
Well, again, kind of simple. Companies looking for ways to engage their audience with everything that's happened with COVID and challenges with travel. And now with Easter, right, we're continuing to hear messages about limiting Easter gatherings, so on and so forth. So Cadbury, UK and Ireland, they worked with Google Maps Street View. And what's really interesting is it's a 2-person process. So it allows person number 1 to hide a super-sized giant Cadbury chocolate Easter egg anywhere in the world through Google Street View. And then they can create a personalized clue that could be sent to a friend or family member and have them try to find it.
It's
so
like the new Pokemon, dude. Find your Easter egg. It's so great.
Where in the world is Carmen Sandiego and Where's Waldo and all that stuff. Yeah.
Dude, it's a scavenger hunt. Remember I told you, the scavenger hunt is embedded in our DNA, right? And so instead of denying it, like I told you, I struggled with this for a good 15 years at Disney, at least the first 8 years of being Innovation Catalyst. Why do people always come up with scavenger hunt ideas? It's because that's what we did back when we were first started walking and stuff. So it's embedded. So let's just have fun with it and let's just embrace it, right?
Absolutely. Yes. The more scavenger hunts, the better. Come on.
Nice. Nice. All right, Jose, looks like we might have something going on there.
Yeah, so Lauren says, I wish they'd have done this Easter eggs as a Stonehenge-style structure on Easter Island. That's in Chile.
Right.
Yeah.
Man, that's so cool.
They should have given a trip away. Right? Win a trip to Easter Island.
Nice. What else?
Totally. So yes, Diana says, the best thing to do with peeps, put 2 of them on a paper plate facing each other, poke a toothpick in them, put them in a microwave, and watch them duel.
All right. I'm going to actually try that. Thank you, Diana, for that. That was awesome.
Our friend Jane is very sad about that one. Or Jane Aquino. Yes, she's not happy about that.
All right. Moving right along here. So, Sean, This is super cool, and I'm going to tell you why afterwards, because this hit me differently than probably because did you post this or did somebody else send it to you?
This is a Sean Brown special.
Okay, so people are live streaming a lot of stuff these days. I've heard talking to people. They started with video games and playing Minecraft, and there's some people again that are having they have hundreds of thousands of viewers watching them play Minecraft, right?
Yep.
People are starting to live stream weddings. Who would have thought about live streaming a wedding, right?
Oh,
what kind of crazy people would do
foolish.
such things, right? So it's becoming a thing. We can, like you guys, we are Wayne and Garth here, and we are having our own live stream broadcast. It's just part of the 2020s here. It's pretty awesome. So now Nordstrom is actually live streaming their events. So e-commerce live streaming market in the U.S., while still in its infancy, is expected to eclipse $25 billion in sales by 2023. China already had a head start in this, so China actually started to do this with their Alibaba site. Shopping live streams are akin to QVC, have struggled to take off with Americans, though. Experts say that partially because American consumers have been less receptive to the idea of buying goods via live stream, and because the U.S. lacks so-called multi-channel networks or MCNs that provide live streaming services for businesses. More common across China, it can help brands grow in the audience. But, Sean, I just am thinking that it seems to me like if you're thinking about that small business, like your Etsy business or your old Disney merchandise on eBay, having a live stream once a week on the stuff that's being offered, even just on Facebook Live, it could be super cool. Has anybody out there actually done a live stream where they're either, I've seen it done with real estate. What other examples have you seen of this, Sean? Because it seems like it's going to become more prevalent lately, right?
It's crossing every industry, and even automotive, right? During all the pandemic, there was one dealership, I can't remember if it was US based or maybe in Asia, but they were hosting live streaming events for cars and showcasing the cars. It's funny as we're talking here, right? It's not like this is rocket science. We've had TV for how many decades?
Yeah.
But I think it's the access to cheap, easy technology, and the fact also that people can watch anywhere on a phone. So now you can continue to put together really, really niche topics on a frequent basis to engage the audience that is that's following your products, right?
Yeah.
It's just not hard, and it doesn't have to be hard either. That's the thing.
It really isn't. Sean, you and I are doing this. We
Right.
are definitely not the smartest, the sharpest tools in the shed when it comes to this stuff. We are doing this, right?
Right.
Lucky for us, we have the amazing Jose, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, he's doing a lot of that stuff in the background, and Jose, we are so grateful that you're doing that. So thank you.
That was a nice intro.
Yeah, well, why I've got you on camera here, I just want to tell you guys, if you are doing Zoom meetings, if you're doing Teams meetings, if you are live streaming, Jose is your guy. He is super. You can go ahead and blush, Jose, because I'm going to talk about how awesome you are. But he is super on the ball, knows all that stuff in the background, and I could not run my business without him, and we could not run this live stream without him. So, Jose, thank you very much for being so awesome.
Thank you.
Any comments in the chat while we're on you?
Yeah, so Sarah says things that seemed crazy a year ago but are completely normal today.
Yeah, I think that's only going to get weirder, Sarah.
Totally. And Lauren also says, okay, I had a virtual Easter egg. I've got exciting news. I've hidden an Easter egg somewhere on the Crabbery Worldwide height map, and you've written a clue to help you find it. Your egg will stay in its hidden spot until the 5th of April,
right.
so make sure you start searching soon.
All right,
click the special
thank you,
link.
Lauren, for that. That's awesome.
Everybody click
Anyway,
in.
Jose,
NBA.
Thank you again for supporting this and supporting us, man. You're the best. And
It's
we really
a pleasure. It's really good to be here. Thank you.
All right, Sean. Any more comments on Walk the Online?
No, I think we're good.
All right. Next up, another Foolin' or Foolish. What do you got?
Foolin' or Foolish. Language learning app Duolingo creates toilet paper to learn on the loo.
I don't know. Let's ask people. What do you guys think? You think this is April Fool's joke, or you think this is serious? I'm just gonna wait just a second for the chat to catch up with us.
A lot of time there, right?
You know, no idea is a bad idea, really, and I've used toilet paper plenty of times as a stimulus to get people to come up with ideas. Now, it's a picture of a roll of toilet paper, so but it still leads to some crazy ideas. So, definitely a little strange. Jose, what do we got? Looks like we're getting some in. Let's go to you for just a second.
Yeah.
Roll.
So learning languages can be hard, but they made it soft. Wow, that's a good one.
Well,
Charlie has done jokes on a roll to increase consumption. Well, that's something also.
All right, we have someone who says it can't be real. What do you think, Sean?
Roll that beautiful bean footage, Lee. Roll that beautiful bean footage.
All right.
It is fooling. However, they actually did create promo samples and made them available through their social media channels. Which, why not? Really smart. Yeah, I thought it was brilliant. I just like the thought of learning on the loo.
Hey, you know that people put books in the bathroom, right? And
yes,
you're gonna be sitting there anyway, so you might as well learn something.
Right.
You know, it seems really logical. You should go ahead and put a book there too, for crying out loud.
That's probably the only place where multitasking really works. Let's be honest.
It really is. It really is. Oh, good find, Sean. Really like that.
There we go. Take us away, Lee.
All right. Okay. I love this. I love this a lot because I think that more people should take better care of their mental health to help prevent stuff later. And this is the world's first mental health gym. So it really, in a mental health crisis, usually your mental health isn't taken care of until you reach a state of crisis. It's much like someone not eating well and then they had a heart attack and then they start to become more fit. So a California-based startup called COA, is that what it is, Sean? Aims to flip that conversation and get people to take a proactive approach to mental health. They launched earlier this month after its founders first trialed it by hosting mental health pop-ups across the U.S. And one-off emotional fitness classes for $25. They had an 8-week series for $240, and it runs programs through employers too, which is really great. Classes are led by licensed therapists, and they stress that they aren't for clinical needs, but because of social distancing rules, they're online only for now, but plans to open a brick-and-mortar locations in major U.S. cities. So, super cool way to make this kind of more upfront, right? So it in my mind, I've always thought that there's a lot of things that we don't talk about, and we're not comfortable with talking about them.
Right.
And quite frankly, having a therapist and getting a third-party person to talk to that is unbiased is really, really important. So this could be a great way to kind of make it more mainstream, because it's daunting probably to find that. Even if you have the best insurance in the world, it's probably pretty daunting. So I would imagine this would be a great way, kind of creating a mental equivalent of a physical fitness studio, right? And their timing could be better because, come on, you guys, who hasn't been under anxiety of being in lockdown? Jose just told me that they're going back under emergency lockdown in Germany, and I know they're super lockdown in Canada, so we need this more than ever right now. Sean, what else would you add?
I also like that this encourages frequency, right? It's not oh, hey, I've been thinking about some stuff and I want to talk to someone and I'm going to go once or 5 times and then I'm done with it. Yeah. It's, it's such a positive, tangible, physical space, and you go there and you engage with other people together. To your point, I think it just makes it more comfortable. And I mean, frequency is not a bad thing. Having someone to talk to, and I mean, look, golfers, right? Golfers on the pro tour and tons of athletes, but especially golf, they have their sports psychologists that are dedicated to them and follow them on the tour the entire year.
Yeah.
Right. So people need help two putting. We certainly could all use a little help getting through the day, right?
I definitely need some anger management help there. So I need someone to talk to, because I will always 4-putt, but that's just me, Well,
I'm going to get you some IKEA furniture.
Actually, I become quite zen with that. Yeah, IKEA, don't even start. I become quite zen with the golfing thing, because I don't go to compete anymore. I just go to have fun with my buddies kind of thing. So gave that up a while back, actually trying.
And I have to note, Ideas Emily said even grocery shopping is anxiety inducing these days. It totally is, because if I ever catch myself going the wrong way, it's like a one-way street in the wrong aisle. You get the dirtiest looks from people. I'm like, well, I just need to run up and get some soup real quick. I'm not shopping the whole aisle. Anyway.
Yeah, and it's the road rage too, man. There's just no patience on the road anymore. And it's just like, hey, we all want the same thing. We all want to get to where we're going, so let's just work together. Imagine if we all, put other people's needs in front of our own. We were driving. We could all really probably get to our stuff. Anytime you merge here in Florida, it's like this point of contention. Like you're cutting a line at Space Mountain or something. And it's just like, we're just merging, you guys. But it's understandable. Everybody's under some stress. All right, tell us about some very important pet.
Very important pet from our friend Barry Jacobson. And Barry, again, thanks for all the articles that you send. Love it all.
Yeah, Barry, we really appreciate it. Barry wakes up at 5 a.m. and we start getting his stuff at 5:30, 6 o'clock, and he is just on it. So thank you so much, Barry. If you're in the audience, we really appreciate you.
So we have a couple of, I know you're going to take us into another interesting pet story after this, but I'm sure everyone knows, especially if you've had a pet, but just watching the growth in pet industry of how to pamper and spoil your furry little best friend, right? But the notion here is interesting is and the article focuses on New York City and one other area of the country, but dog owners want to privatize and create membership-based dog parks. So it's like, I'm sorry, we're going to need to see your dog's ID or he can't poop here. Yeah, so literally, it's going to be like the red rope, right? And dogs are going to be lined up to get into the club. And sorry, you're not allowed in the club. But I do think I just think it's interesting because it's showing again how important pets are to us. And even maybe going back to our last story about sanity, right? We are willing to spend on our children for anything. And then next, I think, is pets. And then last is husbands. Right?
Hilarious, dude. Awesome. My gosh. So cool. All right, let's talk a little bit more about pets. Now, we're all tired of taking pictures of the same salad every week and all of the other food that we create. I still see it all the time, and all the Instagram locations, but now you can take a picture of your charcuterie boards.
Nice.
This is really, really great, Sean. I love this. This is from our friend Kara Allen, talking about Wolfgang Bakery. For over a year now, elaborate charcuterie boards have been taking over the social feeds for food enthusiasts. There's all kinds of artful assemblages that people try to out charcuterie each other. But now they're not just doing it for human consumption, they're doing it for doggy consumption. So they're called charcuterie. And you can go to Wolfgang Bakery to get some of these treats where you can actually decorate your charcuterie board. And then when you have play dates with your other doggy friends, you can actually, have a nice little spread of food for them, Sean.
You make the other dogs jealous.
Yeah, right? I mean, who wouldn't want to do this? I'm just gonna look really quick. I know Lauren has play dates with her dog Orlandini. Sorry, Lauren. So tell us, do you have anybody out there who's done a charcuterie board or something similar? I know that people are starting to make their own treats now to both combat the boredom at home, but also to make healthy treats for their dogs. Jose, anything about a charcuterie board over there?
So Shakedown Rodeo Clown says private equity is making huge bets in animal healthcare. Yeah. And Lauren says this is an upgrade from the Puppuccino at Starbucks. Puppuccino, damn.
Well, that's funny, Jose, because I do see a lot of posted pictures of puppies taking like the last sip of the foam on coffee, and I'm always like, isn't that bad for dogs? But
it's totally bad.
I mean, it's sweet, and dogs shouldn't be eating like sugar or cocoa specifically because cocoa is bad. But I see that a lot. What else is going on?
So Laura also says, my neighbor threw a party for her dog and spent $500 on their healthy treats and use $10 ice cubes for the dogs. Manhattan large ball style.
Oh my gosh.
The $500 was on snacks for the dogs, not for the humans. Of course.
I guess I'm going to get a dog costume. Start going to
Yeah, I guess so. What else?
So Sarah says, my cat gets special treats to calm his anxiety. He needs a mental gym.
There you go. Combining. I love it, Sarah. That's perfect. Really perfect. All right. You know, I thought I'd seen about everything.
Yep.
Okay. Next up, Sean.
Continuing with food, right?
Yeah.
With food for humans, two-legged furry friends. Just continued evolution in food and food access, right? So Yum Brands, Taco Bell, Pizza Hut, KFC. They just bought a tech firm that has created fast food ordering through text. And it can be processed in as quickly as 60 seconds. Fast food, fast ordering. Interesting that, what were some of the stats here? Hold on a second. Oh, yeah. So 17 billion in online sales last year. 17 billion in online sales for fast food, right? 45% increase since 2019. This is probably, again, one of those trends. Fast food is going faster and faster. That's not going to go away.
No.
And I actually wonder if we'll even get to the point where why even have the inside to sit anymore? Why not expand a restaurant to have like 6 drive-up pickup lanes?
Yeah.
Right? And just order through your phone. I mean, do you really want to sit in McDonald's and eat? Let's be honest.
Really great. And Yum Brands is the one to do it. Yum is actually one of my best clients. They're an amazing group of people to work for, and they are always thinking about the next way to innovate. And it's just such a pleasure to work with people like that, because they're always on the cusp. And you know, back in the day before they were my clients, I used to always think, how many different things can Taco Bell do with the same 30 ingredients, right? But every quarter they come out with something new that looks brand new, but it really is using the same ingredients.
Right.
It's just awesome, right? That's, again, don't rest on your laurels. Just keep driving. Even don't drive out of necessity, right? Just keep going. I love the fact that companies like this are really just pushing the envelope all the time, and just let's not take well enough for granted, kind of thing, right?
Continue to evolve, right?
Yeah.
And
all right, let's go to Jose. Jose, any updates?
Yeah, so speaking of that, Lawrence says, Lake Nona is redeveloping all the eats-in spots to accommodate the bike-up folks amid COVID stuff.
Smart.
Totally.
Like a bike drive-up.
Nice.
That's smart, too.
Oh, wait, somebody found the egg that Lauren posted. Diana.
Yeah.
Nice.
So we also have a post, so that fast food, knowing before you do that you would like food, or scheduling in advance to be ready when you drive by. Okay,
yes.
so
yeah.
That
they
is
can
one
get
thing.
that. They can get that right. I'm all in for that.
Right.
Me
Definitely
too.
all in. All right. Let's see what else.
It's that time again, Lee.
It is.
Bum, bum, bum.
Excellent. Okay, you guys. Yes, I know it might sound a little gross, but if you're into saving the earth and you want to be eco-friendly, just think about all the Q-tips that you use in a year, right? Is it 2 of those big packages from Sam's Club, or is it, or have you developed something different? Maybe you're using tissues, whatever. So, what about a reusable ear swab? What do you think? Is it fooling?
Yes or no?
Or is it foolish? Let's give a couple seconds. I mean, I don't know. It seems kind of weird, Sean, right? Because it's kind of a sanitary thing, right?
I know. Yeah.
All right, Sarah says gross but real. Yes, we agree. Who else? Anybody else want to guess? Is this fooling or is it just foolish? Real and sustainable.
Yep.
All right, here we go. It is a thing. Ear ye. I love that. Great job, by the way, Sean. I love that. Yes, this is a real thing. And it says here, for every 100 feet of beach, there are 9 cotton swabs. It causes a huge source of marine pollution. I don't know why they call it out specifically, but so here is for anyone who's wants to cut down the use on plastic and other materials like that, and spending money on swabs. This swab is it's called the last swab, and if it's about the same as the disposable versions, but the ends are made with a rubber-like material, and the rod is made from a plastic that's been reinforced with glass fiber. Thanks to its sturdiness, the brand says the swab should last for up to 1,000 uses. And they say here it's also pretty cute. It comes with 7 fun color options, including sea turtle green and krill peach. How quaint.
Nice.
What do you think, Sean? Are you buying it?
Not yet. I am a sustainable guy, and I'm just not there yet.
You're just gonna cut down to 1 Q-tip.
Yeah, maybe.
Also, make sure you don't put it, close to your brain, because that hurts.
Exactly.
Now, if you ever had a PCR COVID test, man, they definitely swab your brain with that. So, I mean, I had like 3 rapid tests before, and rapid tests, they kind of graze, but that PCR test, they're going for gold on that bad boy.
Oh man!
And you're like, okay, done.
It's an
All
IQ
right,
test at the
let's
same
go to
time.
Jose here. Jose, what do we got going on?
So Diana says that recently she learned that in Japan they don't need ear swabs, but use a different tool since their ears don't produce wax. I think it has to do with diet. Okay, I'm in for that. Sarah says there's also now a tool to remove earwax that connects to your phone, so you can see in your ear. Okay, that's
wow. That's a whole new level there.
That's
Sarah.
a unique person, group of people there, I think.
Yeah.
Right?
From a friend, right, Sarah?
For a friend.
Interesting stuff, man. I love learning from you guys. Yeah, there's innovation to be had anywhere, though, really. I mean, when was the last time the cotton swabs were really innovated? So I just love seeing the fact that somebody's thinking differently about cleaning your ears, right? Really, really great.
Lee, and honestly, that is the whole point of this show that we do, right? You can't be afraid to look at something in its current state and try to reimagine it.
Absolutely.
You're right. It's available everywhere. Innovation can come from everywhere.
And then, like we talked about last time, you call it a renovation, but it ends up one little change could make it a total innovation. So, love that.
Yep.
All right. Speaking of eco-friendly,
this one is pretty quick and to the point. But Coke is looking at how to create recycled bottles out of paper materials and recycled plastic that breaks down. I mean, I can only imagine the amount of plastic Coca-Cola bottles that are everywhere. It's soda in general, everything. So they're doing a test with a company out of Brussels, and they're going to create 2,000 bottles of this. I'm going to butcher the name. Adeze, A-D-E-Z.
Okay.
Beverage, which is sold through a website, and they're working with a developer. The outside of the bottle is made of paper. The inside, which is sustainably sourced, the inside says it's a recyclable plastic lining that holds the beverage. So they're getting there, right?
Yeah.
It's still some plastic that's involved and such, but they're going to see how the bottle holds up and what the consumer take is it.
I don't know about you, but I've totally converted to SodaStream myself.
To what?
Because, I mean, I go through Club Soda and Diet Coke like crazy, and so I was pulling at least 3 or 4 bottles, adding to the landfill with 3 or 4 bottles. And so just getting the SodaStream it has helped me be a lot more eco-friendly. Now, it has probably, made my consumption go up just a little bit, but it's much better than spending $1 a bottle and then throwing the bottle away. So,
I do wonder too, Lee, when is it just going to be kind of like, did you ever think the point would come with electric cars, right? And we're going to do a nod on this later, but you literally have the gas guzzling companies in and out of Detroit. They're all talking sincerely about going electric, right? I mean, whoever thought that would happen?
Right.
When will beverage companies just say, we're done with plastic, right? We're putting it in something else. But I think it's too much right now. It's too much tied to marketing and
really is
tangible brand. But anyway, we'll see.
Yeah, but like Sarah said earlier, you know, the things that seemed impossible a year ago are actually happening this year. You know.
Yes. Yeah, that's true.
I mean, you know, nice restaurants. We'll never let anybody take out of our restaurant. Hey, we had all the takeout you want. You know, like,
right.
Never say
Yeah.
never. There'll never be a time at Disney where there's no turnstiles.
That's right.
Okay, next
Roll.
up. Okay, Sean, this is really great. I'm not quite
This is a
sure
good one.
who sent this to you. Outstanding, right? I am guilty. I am one of those people that I'm too lazy to untie my shoes, right? And my new wife Sarah cringes every single time I come into the house and I just, you know, use my other foot to press on that and take my shoes off. These are amazing. This is called the Fly E shoe. It launched in 2015, but it came from a letter that was written to the company by a 16-year-old with cerebral palsy. He wanted to tell them that his dream was to go to college without worrying about somebody having to tie his shoe. So over the last half decade, they've basically developed this shoe, and it's amazing. And they found out it works great for those with special needs, but it was a popular thing. It was a need that other consumers had as well. And
Right.
it's again, like you said, Sean, there's a need for this, right? Stepping in and out of your shoes, you know, we all want to do this, right?
Absolutely.
So I'm going to play this video. It's a little bit long, but I'm going to go ahead and play most of it if you don't mind, Sean, because it's cool. So stand by.
Okay.
Here comes the video. May have to turn up the volume just a little bit because the volume's down a little bit.
How would you do it? So I started thinking, how do you get in and out of a shoe today without your hands? And you do that by taking one foot, putting it behind the heel of the other, and then yanking that foot out. And then to get back in, you slide your toes in, and then you jam your foot in the rest of the way by crushing the heel counter. And I started to realize that maybe what we should do is just design a shoe for that behavior.
Tim had created this prototype, and there's
Brilliant.
this busted up roshi that had some surgical tube wrapped around it, and it's one of those things where you just kind of have to laugh a little bit when you see it. 'Cause it's
That's what
just
they
so
tell you what
simple,
happened to your
so
shoes
smart.
if you take them off without untying them.
Yes.
I'm Haley.
Break
I'm
'em
a
down.
designer and innovator in NXT space.
Hi, my name is Tim, and I work on a small team of exploration engineers.
Hi, I'm Johnny, innovator in Taiwan innovation.
As I started working with Tim, I realized it was going to involve like a ton of math. At one point, he presented the full page math equation, and it was like, no problem, like this is what you have to do. And I was like, Johnny is kind of like a very similar-minded person. We had this really awesome collaboration where we would send over our ideas to him and be like, what do you think? Do you think we can make this? And then we would wake up in the morning and get an email, and it would just be full of like 20 ideas from his team. So this is essentially a giant rubber band. We call it the tensioner, that holds tension on the shoe in both the open position and the closed position. The hinge here is what gives the shoe a space to open and close. And we created like some nice geometry here that creates a really stable base when you move your foot in and out. One of the challenges was it needs to look like a full product, not like a broken shoe.
Most challenges coming from the tension thing. So when we do one sizes, it works perfectly. But when you start breaking, you still need to keep the aesthetic and design. But elastic band doesn't follow that rules. So you have to consider how I scale up the tensioner, but without losing the function and aesthetic.
The original concept around the shoe was to support our adaptive athletes better, and we just quickly, throughout the process, found that the shoe was really universal. Everyone around the table would be like, oh, I like need this shoe, I have kids, and this would save my life in the morning. So I just see that kind of trickle down effect. You always design for the most extreme case, that's the hardest thing to do, and then it opens it up to everybody.
Wow. I love the fact Sarah said in the comments that lots of products we have now are created as adaptable products first. So,
Yes.
wow, just amazing, right? I
Yep.
just love that. Again, I love it when a human need is met, and they really not only did they meet the needs of someone whose needs weren't being met in general, but they met the needs of a lot broader of an audience while doing this. Let's see what else they say in the article. When you step on the kickstand heel at the back of the shoe, the footbed of the shoe pops open so you can comfortably place your foot inside. Then when you step down on it, it snugly kind of gives you that psh, and it closes. Really, really amazing. Sean, I have something else to share with you though, because this reminds me of another innovation that I want to see happen. But you know, I live in Canada mostly now, right? And one of the things that was hard for me to adapt to, because you know I've lived in Florida for 35 years, right? Never really had to do this. Was this thing they call a mud room, and you Northerners will know what a mud room is. I had no idea what a mud room is, right? And this is basically designed. It's a broom of your house or like an entryway or something like that. Designed so when you go out in the wintertime, you come back and you take the necessary 5 to 10 minutes to take off all of your winter stuff, right? It's a whole operation, right? It's you can't just walk out. You have to get all ready. You have to strap your boots on. You have to make sure you got your gloves on, your jacket on, and all that kind of stuff. And for me, it was like, it was just like, it would prevent me from wanting to go for walks just for the preparation. It was like 5 to 10 minutes. So I decided, Sean, that I have a great idea for that I want installed in my mudroom when I have my full-time house with Sarah in Canada. And that is similar to our friend Tony Stark here, as he just walks in and all of the winter gear is removed accordingly, and you don't have to do anything. I just want this in my mudroom. I want Jarvis in there to be able to basically, it's like a decompression chamber. Exactly. Yeah, exactly. So this is my dream. This is my dream for that, Sean. So, I mean, is that too much to ask somebody out there to get me an automatic thing? That would be super, super great.
We're gonna work on that just for you, buddy.
I appreciate that. Don't get me wrong. I love living up in the snow. It's all novelty to me. My Canadian neighbors and friends think I'm crazy because, you know, as Elsa says, the cold doesn't bother me anyway. Or is that Anna? I don't remember. Either one. It doesn't bother me. So just that whole getting ready for it. All right, tell us a little bit about Yale.
So, professor of psychology. Actually, I'm probably dumbing down her title, right? She's a doctor. But she created what is the most popular class in Yale's 319-year history. Psychology and the Good Life is what they called it. And there's, at this point, 1 in every 4 Yale students has enrolled in this class. The cool thing is it's so popular that she took it, and there's a free version through Coursera, and more than 2.2 million people have taken this. I have not done it, and this is one of the articles that I had saved maybe in Facebook or whatnot. I want to do it. I'm going to go through the course and try it. I can only imagine what is built in here, but I love one of the things which is going to be pretty honest and a bit blatant. She designed the course to bust myths about what makes us happy, like
I love
parentheses, like the luxury Mercedes-Benz status symbol, and replace them with research-backed habits for actually building a happy life.
And it's funny because I just partnered with my good buddy Sura, and Sura was doing Sura is a trained Orange Frog deliverer, which is another happiness stuff. And one of the points she brought up is happiness is not related to success or to some of the components. It really comes from inside you, kind of thing. And so I would love to hear about it. Let's go to Jose over here. Jose, looks like the chat is moving. What kind of things are people saying?
It looks like someone.
Yes. So Sarah took the class and it was good. And Mary says as well, I took the class too via Coursera and loved it. But spoiler alert, it's not money what you need apparently.
It's not money that makes you happy. Yes, that's exactly right, Sarah.
Right.
Really great.
You know what I think it is, Lee? I think it's doing a live stream with your friends from your basement. I
actually think that's the key to happiness right there, Sean. Right? It makes me happy. I'm really happy. All right, I think we have our last Foolin' or Foolish coming up. This is just crazy talk. I mean,
oh my gosh.
Reese's peanut butter cups. The whole line is what? 2 great taste great together. I don't know how it goes, but is that not the line? So don't tell me Reese's peanut butter cups without chocolate. Can this be a real thing? You know, I mean, I guess. I mean, we have gluten-free Oreos now. That's pretty revolutionary. That made my Sarah really happy. You know, so is this fooling or is this just foolish? What do you guys think out there? Let's hear some responses. Jose, let us know as they come in. Come on,
peanut butter cups.
Reese's peanut butter cups. No chocolate. Just the peanut butter. Hello.
Roll it, Lee.
All right, I'm rolling it.
Tell us.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
It's a thing.
It's crazy.
It's a thing. Now, this article, this is funny because the article is kind of from the first person, but this person actually got some samples of this, and this is all your peanut butter in one place. Yeah, it's just peanut butter, Sarah. Yeah. That's all it is. It's just like why didn't this twist on a new classic? You know, do it for anybody. You know, they tried it before, but it really is kind of an overly sugary slab of peanut butter fudge, which is good because I used to love peanut butter fudge. It's really good stuff. So yes, you can now get if you really just like the peanut butter part, then you can buy these.
Couldn't you just open your jar of peanut butter and put your fingers in it? Right?
I mean, you could like open jar of peanut butter with an Oreo and scoop it out. Not that I've ever done that before.
I just think it's crazy talk.
I don't know. I mean, it makes you happy. You know, we're talking a little bit about happiness. Maybe that makes people happy, right? Let's see an all chocolate version too. Let's see. I mean, I think we had an Oreo version of a Reese's too. I think they had that. So, you know, let's try it all. Let's see how it sells. See if it's back next year. Okay.
I would love to know the strategy behind it, Lee. Right?
Yeah.
If we talk about needs based, right? Human needs, and then build for. What was the research that showed that? I'd love to know if there was actual research.
I'm tired of the two great tastes going great together. I just want one great taste.
Scrap that. It's too good.
Exactly. All right, you guys. This is awesome. And Sean, thank you so much for posting this. You're calling this a neuroscience playlist. This is the ultimate feel-good playlist that was based on...
neuroscience.
A music-loving Dutch neurologist did us all a favor and figured out what makes the best mood-boosting tunes. Let's see a little bit about what they did here. Basically, music appreciation is highly personal and strongly depends on social context. And in that respect, the idea of a feel-good formula. He found the happiest tunes are slightly faster than your average song. And he said between 140 and 150 beats per minute. I would absolutely agree with that. And written in a major key, of course, and also kind of relating to happy events in your life. So they combine these factors into a formula for the happiest song possible when searching for the existing hits. And here's what they found are this. And what we'd like to know, you guys, is we're going to read these out like this, kind of like a top 10 list.
Yes.
And we also want you to eventually add your own. So if you have a happy playlist out there, what's the one song that you think is the most happiest song on your playlist? So according to them, number 10 is Walking on Sunshine. You know, yes, the radio plays it a lot, but it still makes me happy every time I hear that song. You just can't be sad, and it makes you want to move, right?
Right.
Next one. Sean.
I Will Survive.
Come on. Who doesn't? I mean, I will always sing this out loud in the car.
Play that music.
Actually, I prefer the cake version personally, but I mean, I
do too.
Yeah, I will still sing this song out loud every single time.
Number 8.
Oh, come on, of course. I love this song. I really love it. Definitely, we'll sing this out loud. I don't think I could
halfway there.
Yeah, I don't think I could be sad to this song. Oh, Cyndi Lauper.
Johnny used to work on the dock.
Yeah. This is great. Girls Just Want to Have Fun is just it's an anthem for awesomeness, and I definitely will be happy to this song.
But then I saw her face, and I'm a believer.
Yes, I even love the Smash Mouth version, you guys. I love it. I can't get enough of it. Okay, next.
5 Golden Rings, number 5.
Oh, Eye of the Tiger, really great.
Right?
Really awesome. Again, fun. And what's a montage video without the Eye of the Tiger? You know, if you're going to do a montage video, you have to do the Eye of the Tiger. It's just a thing. Actually, I was on the phone with somebody the other day and they actually made a Rocky IV reference. They're like,
Oh my
do you remember that
gosh.
scene in Rocky IV? And I was like, wow, man, that's some obscure referencing there. Uptown Girl, also very upbeat, very fun.
Right? Easy to walk to.
Yeah.
Number 3.
Good Vibrations, really
Course.
good. Yeah.
Yep.
All right. Next one, Dancing Queen by ABBA. Come on, this is great.
And
Great
if
stuff.
anyone out there says they do not start to move to that song, you're a total liar.
And my new
Right.
favorite, thanks to Bohemian Rhapsody, because I hadn't heard it before for some reason in 30 years, is Don't Stop Me Now by Queen. So
Boom.
here's what we're going to offer you guys. Please put whatever your one favorite happy song. Personally, mine is Thank God I'm a Country Boy by John Denver. You can't be sad to that song. I will always play. I'll be happy. And also, believe it or not, Herb Albert and the Tijuana Brass.
Yes.
What is it? Tijuana Taxi. You cannot be sad to Tijuana Taxi. You just can't. What about yours,
Right.
Sean? What are yours?
Well, mine's not necessarily like that happy song, but I go to Eminem's song from 8 Mile.
Nice. All right,
Right?
that's still great.
Vomit on your sweater already, Mom Spaghetti, all that stuff.
All right, last but not least, Primary Beer Palette.
Yep. This one speaks to itself. Just a quick one. Really, really cool visual. A designer out of Spain. He created a set of beer cans based on the Pantone color that represents the style of beer. These are not available yet on to be purchased, but I actually can't imagine that either some microbrew would not snag these and create like a season-specific release of types of beer. I just think it's a brilliant
It
visual.
is
Right.
super fun. I
Right.
love it. All right, we're gonna rush through these, Sean, because actually we are out of time. We're a little bit over time here. And another fool and our foolish. Volkswagen changes their name to Volkswagen. They actually,
Volkswagen.
yeah, they actually released this too soon. So this reminds me of the IHOB. Remember IHOB when the International House of Pancakes was wanted to be known for burgers, and they fooled everybody and
Exactly.
said they changed the name. But yes, Volkswagen is actually going to be their marketing motto for their new line of electric vehicles. So they're really pushing hard to get into the electric vehicle business to kind of compete with Tesla and BMW, and they are going to be calling it Volkswagen in their marketing. They're actually not going to have Volkswagen on the logo, but they will be calling it that. So it's interesting that they're really kind of announcing it, and they just want to get it out there, and it's a thing. It's really a
And
thing.
it actually was the release. It sounds like it got out somehow. It wasn't supposed to be released until April 29th.
That's funny. I never believe that
Yes.
stuff. I think that's planned, Sean. It's a big conspiracy.
Well, and to your point, maybe we're still going to see something about this in the next couple of weeks, right?
Right.
Right.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you
Yeah.
so much for joining us. I'm just going to go back to the three of us for just a second here. You guys, really great. Sean,
Yeah.
what else can we say? Jose, what else you got?
Yeah, it was great today. It was super nice to see such great ideas and sustainable. By the way, some of them.
Yeah,
that was
lots
really cool.
of sustainability going on. Sean, any words
Just
of wisdom
wanna
before we part?
Encourage everyone. Please continue to send ideas. brainstorminabox@gmail.com. If you need to reach out to us for anything, you've got questions, and of course, shameless plug, we are available actually for hire.
Yeah.
Right? So we can facilitate brainstorms for your organization, virtual, in person, hopefully soon enough. We can do this report and customize it for an organization also. We'd love to work with you.
Yeah, when we really appreciate you guys' support. Thank you for letting us inspire you for the hour that we were there. Thank you, Jose. Thank you, Sean. This was a blast, and we will see you on May 7th, 11:30 again. Again, we're on for the first Friday of every month. Remember, please follow this page. Please give us a like and follow on our YouTube page. And thank you. And we will see you all next time. Gentlemen?
Thanks, guys.
All right.
Good seeing you
Bye,
guys.
everybody.
See you again.